What's up, YouTube? This is your boy, The Bridge, aka the most delusional Lions fan that you're ever going to meet. Okay, first things first, if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It does help the channel grow. And if you're a newcomer to the channel, I give out Lions content, give my opinions, updates, injuries, and, just tell you how I feel like the game is going to go. And in today's video, we had some, upcoming news. Joe Doe was ruled out officially. But the Lions did promote Kenny Wiggins from the practice squad. Now, this guy, to me, he's a solid veteran. Last couple years, he, had kind of, hiccups, ups and downs. But he's good on his feet. And I don't think the Lions would have brought him up, if they didn't think that he would be an okay fit or a good fit, for the time being. So I feel like that's a good move from us. You can't really ask for much more. It is what it is. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about what's going to determine the win against Green Bay. All right, for the Lions to win, we are going to have to use our tight ends because Green Bay, they're very linebacker heavy. Okay, they're very linebacker heavy. Against the Vikings, they played 4 linebackers, but they have 8 active, like eight linebackers that can go for them. Like one goes down, they got multiple linebackers. They have 8 linebackers on their roster. The most lethal of that core, in my opinion, would be Christian Kirksey. All right, because the guy, he's fast. He has good size. He's 6'2". And he reads, the other team's offense very, very good. Like when I watched him against the Vikings, like he was running out, doing the corners job sometimes. Like he was just everywhere, man. The man had 12 tackles. He had 12 tackles that game. Another linebacker that they have is Barnes, K. Barnes. He had 7 tackles that game. And those two are like a good duo. Now, a lot of people might remember when Green Bay had the 2 linebackers, what's the name? Zadarius Smith and Preston Smith. Those guys together were a dynamic duo. All right. Zadarius Smith, he played in the last game, but he was kind of like he didn't really have too much of an impact. The Vikings did a really good job of sealing him on that outside. So he didn't really get a lot of penetration to the quarterback. He didn't really make a lot of noise. He had 2 tackles. And then the other guy that I wanted to talk about was Rashan Gary. Now, Rashan Gary would be their X factor alongside Christian Kirksey against us. In the last game, their X factor alongside Christian Kirksey was Barnes. It was Barnes, and he had 7 tackles. Now this guy Rashan, he's 6'5". Okay, he's 6'5". He's a 6'5" linebacker. I haven't seen anything like this. I thought maybe they put the information in wrong or something, but like when I went back and looked at that tape against the Vikings, they didn't really use him on a lot of the plays, but when they did use him, he was a problem because it's hard to if you're trying to play through the middle like what we're going to have to do because we don't have Golladay. That's our outside threat, down the field threat. We don't have him. Now, I'm not saying that Marvin Jones can't do that and Marvin Hall can't do that, but it's just like I feel like they only put Marvin Hall in on play action passes or like a trick play or something like that, when we're, acting like we're running, then he goes down and catches a big pass. They did it in week 1. He had a good one catch, So I feel like we're going to have to, utilize the middle a lot against Green Bay because they leave it open. Like they leave it open because they depend on their linebackers to be fast enough to get to the quarterback. And their linebackers usually are fast enough to get to the quarterback. And that's why they can have a weak secondary because they know that their linebackers are pretty good. So I feel like we're going to need our tight ends for more of extra blocking, and TJ Hawkinson, I mean, he can block and then, release or whatever, but we're going to need them for, to hold for a couple extra seconds. If they're going to be involved with the passing game, we need them to like be, trying to block first, you know, because if they just come out there and they just running out, those linebackers are going to get to Stafford, especially with us having like almost a depleted offensive line, you know. So Kenny Wiggins, I feel like he's going to hold up pretty nice. You know, in the Lions, we did a pretty good job last week, you know, by protecting Stafford. You know, he only was sacked one time, so I feel like it's not going to really make too much of a difference that Joe Dahl isn't out, but it's definitely going to hurt us, you know. If Kenny Wiggins, if he's able to fill in a little bit, I feel like we'll be okay. So the key for us to win that game would be our tight ends having a great game. And by great game, I don't just mean them having 80 to 100 passing yards and touchdowns apiece. It's them learning and knowing their blocking assignments. They can't miss any blocking assignments. Like T.J. Hockenson, like he missed when Swift had a carry and he, you know, got us the first down. He missed the blocking assignment and then he ended up having to hold the guy, and then it took away the first down that Swift had. So we can't have those mistakes against Green Bay, and we also can't settle for a lot of field goals against Green Bay, because last year we settled for too many field goals in that first game and we lost, you know. And the refs helped us lose that game, but we didn't make it any easier on ourselves by kicking every time we were down there in the red zone. Sometimes you got to be a little more aggressive, you know. And I'm not saying, you know, try to go for it if it's 4th and down and you're on the 30 or something. But like if you're on our 10 or our 8, I mean, you know, go ahead, go for what you know, because we can't win a game by kicking field goals against Green Bay. It's got to be a shootout, you know. Like it's going to have to be, because we haven't saw what Okudah can do yet. Like in Ohio State, the man was great, you know, and like I'm really excited to see what he's going to do tomorrow, you know, and I know a lot of y'all are too. So but he hasn't shown us anything, so we can't just put all our eggs in that basket by saying he's going to hold it down and carry us, you know. So we're going to definitely need Matthew Stafford to do something great again, you know. And pretty much that's really all I have for you guys today. I wanted to get up here and say that our tight ends are going to be the key for us winning. You know, whether they're blocking or catching, we're going to need them to do something and be utilized a lot more than they got utilized in week 1. This is your boy, The Bridge, a.k.a. the most delusional Lions fan that you're ever going to meet. I'm out.